Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Telecast TV. I'm Miro Gangala. You're watching details about the court proceeding for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his appeal against the judgment given to him, which has been claimed and been gone viral as illegal judgment by Justice Omotosho. Now, this appeal, will it be successful? Will it make headway? Share your thoughts about it. Make your opinion. Endeavor to watch to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share your thoughts. Don't miss trending videos.
Traveled to the appeal court in Abuja. They first of all traveled to Sokoto to receive all the documentations signed, stamped, and authenticated by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they took it from him and dropped it at the appeal court in Abuja. Which documents did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu send to the appeal court? Well, let's go through them one after the other. Make I bust your head. First thing first, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has filed a 22-ground notice of appeal at the appeal court in Abuja to challenge and quash all his conviction. If that English too long, if that English too big, no worry, I go break them down for you. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment with 8 to 9 counts charge. Abi? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in a counter response, has filed a 22-ground notice. That is to say, he handpicked 22 errors, 22 mistakes, 22 levels of criminality based on what they talk. That is contained in the sentencing where Maxwell, where Justice Omotosho, been give in the appeal court on the 20th of November 2022. So how will they be? How will they be? Let's begin this video by breaking down every single thing where you're supposed to know. So Kanu, like I said, personally signed the notice of appeal. That is to say, he don't officially tell the appeal court that, see, my case will be heard in your court. And he argues that the trial judge erred in law, leading to a grave miscarriage of justice. What does that mean? It means Omotosho made mistakes, different levels of errors in law, not be in his judgment, or in law, leading to a grave miscarriage, a grave problems of justice. Now, let's go through the key grounds of the appeal. Let's go through them one after the other. And like I said, I'll be showing this to you on your screens. Make you officially see them, understand them, and get all the information within. The very first ground of appeal, like I said, are 22, but we can't go through all of them. We'll compile them. We'll compile them in 4 big batch. I'll show you. The first one is failure to resolve the procedural and competence issues stemming from the 2017 Operation Python Dance 2, a military invasion of his Afaruku residence, which caused death, destructions, and disruptions of the original trial process. The court proceeded without addressing these foundational implications. Do you understand this particular first ground? If you understand, I better like this video. If you don't understand, drop a comment, type I no understand, make I explain them for you. So I wait for you. I'll give you 3 seconds only. Tell me if you understand or not so that we can proceed. Okay? So I can see that some of you are typing, you don't really understand. Let's dissect this in a very, very simple and short term. You all know that in 2017, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail by a court in Nigeria. The court granted him bail, meaning say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a property of the federal government and the court of law. The federal government will protect him and the court of law will protect him. But we know say some military personnel went to his residence place to unalive him, which made him flee. So he's saying the court of law, the federal high court, and Omotosho did fail to address this particular issue. So they came to hurt me, they came to tie me, and you guys turned a blind eyes. You guys did not address the situation. Wait till they happen. Does it mean that sending individuals to go and tie person in their home residence is the way to go? Does it mean that if someone is granted bail They can go behind closed doors and go and buy him. Is that what it means? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they asked them. First, that is the very first ground of appeal. The second one, a failure to hear and determine Kanu's pending preliminary objection, challenging the competence/jurisdiction of the proceedings, supported by affidavit evidence. Yet, the court went ahead with trial and judgment. As you can see, this one is very clear and self-explanatory. It means Omotosho failed to determine pending preliminary objection. Pending preliminary, man, no go bite my tongue. Not that tight. So pending preliminary objections include the issues of illegal rendition, the issues of this bail, where he was granted bail and they claimed he jumped bail. He did not address that particular one. They failed to adhere to the Appeal Court judgment in Abia State. They failed to follow different levels of court judgment and sentencing. He choke. So in the talks, a failure to adhere or hear and determine Kanu's pending preliminary objection. What will be the third one? The third one is proceeding to conviction, why Kanu's bail application remained undetermined, affecting trial fairness. This particular one, to me, is the biggest of them all because it is enshrined in the Nigerian constitution. It's clearly written. If somebody is granted bail, if you did not officially revoke that bail, the person who has been granted bail has the freedom and the will not to show up until you revoke the bail. Once you revoke the bail, that person will now come to your court or can go back to a custodial center. Mazi is saying that these people convicted him, sentenced him to life in imprisonment without addressing the bail application, affecting the trial fairness. Hope you guys are paying attention. But like I said, if you follow, do well to like this video because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't scatter everywhere. And wait till we get for you today will be a game changer. This one will bust your head. Wait till be the fourth one. Remember, say we get other things. I will also show you what Nnamdi Kanu is seeking to relieve. I will show you things where you don't address, and I will show you some vital pieces of information where we say you don't have to miss for any reasons in this world. So it will be the fourth batch of this 22 counter notice. The fourth is imposing sentence without allowing Kanu to make an allocutus, which simply means address the court in mitigation, and without considering relevant mitigating or sentencing factors, resulting in excessive unlawful sentences. This one today very powerful, but we no go call them as powerful as others. This one means say Omotosho suppose allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make an allocutus, that is to say, to address the court in mitigation. If you watched the live briefing or the live coverage of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sentence, you can notice at a particular point in time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu flared up. He was flabbergasted. He was disturbed. He was worried. And he asked Omotosho, say, I beg you, allow me to give my final allocutus before you sentence me to life imprisonment. But Omotosho did not give him that right or that opportunity. And so therefore, he was sent out of the courtroom because of the way and manner things go, because of the way and manner Nnamdi Kanu addressed the situation. Because sometimes, if you no shout, if you no raise your voice, if you no scatter everywhere, people will not pay attention to you. And that is why most times when a bank owes you money, maybe you made a transaction in a bank, and this bank has failed to do a reversal for you, they won't take you seriously until you go to the banking hall, begin shout, and begin call for the manager. That is when the manager will come downstairs to listen to you. It's very, very common in Nigeria. Until you shout and turn everywhere upside, that is when people will pay attention to what you carry come. And what happened in the Federal High Court that day. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sent out of the courtroom session. So he's saying that you cannot give a sentence without me having the opportunity, that is him, submitting an allocutus, which is to address the court in mitigation. Hope you guys are paying attention, but I hope you follow this video. It's very, very paramount and important. You are paying close attention. This will not be them say. Things are now getting very, very serious. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is headed to the appeal court, and it's going to kick off very, very soon. So what else do we have for you? So Kanu, in general, is seeking the following reliefs from the Court of Appeal. So now, they ask the Court of Appeal, do this one for me, because of, say, it is enshrined in the Constitution. The very first one is quash his conviction on all counts in charge number, as you can see clearly on your screen, FHC ABJ CR 383 2015. Now, the conviction or the charge number in the asked the appeal court, squash everything with the which will be the second one, set aside the sentences / punishments imposed. In the asked the appeal court, say, Omo, you don't see what will carry come for you. We want you to set aside the sentences and punishments imposed on me. Make una readdress the situation where they're on ground. Make it lawful. Don't sentence me because you feel that it's needed. Sentence me because you have reasons and illegal backings, which is official to do so. The third is discharge and acquit him on all counts. This is powerful. If you watched our videos from yesterday, you're going to see, get what we tell and say, if I have the opportunity to advise Nnamdi Kanu, which I know say, I know rich, I never eat belly food to be able to advise him, I go tell her and say, no be everything you go ask for addressing and retrial. The ones I will advise you to do are the smaller ones, the bigger ones. All those small ones we carry 1 year and 2 years, leave them first. Focus fully on the ones where they big, like the ones we carry 20 years and life sentencing, because But Nnamdi Kanu said he's going to go all out for all the counts charges leveled on him. Hope you are paying attention, but next he said he expressed a desire to be present at the appeal court hearing and may conduct the appeal in person, planning to submit written arguments and adopt them orally in court. I hope you guys are paying attention. If you pay attention, let me know in the comment section, or do so by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. See, the truth of the matter is that even though elephants big, we don't say elephant is very big, but sometimes you get where elephants go enter, the size of that elephant go make them, the ground when they stand on will break and it will enter a pit. Okay? Now, if you ask me, like I said, I know rich to be able to advise Mazi Nnamdi. I never bath, I never chop belly food to be able to do so. But if you ask me, this particular one, he said that he expressed a desire to be present at the appeal hearing and may conduct the appeal in person, planning to submit written arguments and adopt them orally, is not the best way to go about it. If you ask me, I will advise his legal counsels, Maxwell and Aloy, to take over this case. If he doesn't trust Maxwell and Aloy, look for a very big lawyer, somebody else, to carry up this case. Because for him, addressing this issue from Sokoto State Prison, it's going to be a mountain and a very big issue for him to climb. One, he no get access to electronic devices and all. He no get access to phone. He no get access to recent details and updates from international bodies. He no get access to news. He no get access to the full transcript from Omotoshion's judgment. He no get access to a printer. He no get access to some calculator, because still you need to calculate some things. Yes, if you want to enter a trial court, calculations will be involved because you have to do 1 + 1. You no get access to all of these things. So we are not in a better shape and in a better place to carry this case, enter this place where they write about. Now, if you ask me, allow these men to take care of this issue. Allow them to take care of it. We know it's something that is not unique and not vital, but allow them. They're in a better position to do it than you. Okay? The next, let's move on swiftly. The next is, the article includes a standard disclaimer that comments do not reflect the views of the Vanguard newspapers. So this now part of the article will come from this whole revelation, because the Vanguard newspaper officially break the news, but they are saying that whatever Nnamdi Kanu has said so far does not reflect the views of Vanguard. This one it concerns the publishing firm and not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. So as you can see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu officially has entered the appeal court, and this is going to be a big one and big situation. So now let's do some very quick analysis, analyze what they happen, and tell you what we think will happen in the future. First thing first, the Court of Appeal will accept this documentation. They will accept it fully, and it's going to be used in the court of law. They will go through all of his 22 ground notice of appeal, and they will accept them because it is fundamental human rights. Where these people might have problems with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's statements can arise from the issue of him wanting to defend himself. I believe the appeal court will tell him that, see, we are going to be very, very brutal in this case. There will be no rooms for mistakes. There will be no rooms for errors. If you cannot handle this case yourself, allow somebody else to do it for you. We don't go entertain any form of arrogance in the court. This is me predicting what the appeal court will tell him. You understand? They'll be like, we're not going to accept or entertain any form of arrogance in this court. If you think you can defend yourself, then you should be ready. All those limitations from Sokoto State Correctional Center, and it will really concern the appeal court people, and this is very risky. We advise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leave this case for your lawyers. We know you don't trust them that much. We know you trust yourself more than anybody within the picture and context of things. But then I beg you, stand a better chance and a better shot if somebody else addresses the situation. And so it just be. We say make we let una know and wait till they happen as of now. Anyways, if you like what we do here, don't forget to subscribe